Hey, thanks, Green. On the Competition Council coming in later, let's take a look at the rental fees part of this. You're offering transparency on that, as you have with a number of programs, but some Americans have been waiting more than a year and a half for actual prices and fees to come down. So when will the prices and fees come down?
So look, I think when you look at what we've been able to do, the actions that we have taken, I talked about the hearing aids, right? I've talked about what we've seen with the Inflation Reduction Act, right, with insulin capped at $35. We've seen how we're preventing as many as 1 million surprise medical bills every month. Americans are saving $5 billion a year on overdraft fees, and consumers are better able to comparison shop to get the best deal on apartments and event tickets. And that's something that we're seeing today when we look at when we put the junk fees, making sure that's upfront. And so consumers are able to look at what the junk fees are and make decisions that is good for them. And so that is incredibly important. So we have seen results. We have seen real results from what the actions that the president has taken to lower costs for the American people. And this is something that the president says he's going to try and figure out how to do that. And so we're going to hear from him again, and he's going to lay out the Competition Council and these announcements today, as I did at the beginning. So look, we understand housing affordability is a challenge for families. This is why we make announcements like these. This is why we make sure that we take action in this administration. When you think about the housing supply action plan, and that is going to help housing supply shortfall that we have seen recently. So it's really important that we do that. The good news is that we're starting to see a housing market cool. So that is something that we're seeing. But we believe that Bidenomics is working with these actions that we took today. Now, of course, there's always more work to be done.
But why not? Why do this now? Why not in the first year of the presidency? Why now? So it rolls out next year as voters begin to vote for the presidential election?
Let's talk about the first year of this administration, right? The first year of administration, we're dealing with an economy that was turned upside down because of COVID. Because we didn't have a comprehensive plan to deal with making sure people got shots in arms. Because, let's not forget, businesses were closed, schools were closed. And what did this president do? He made sure that the American Rescue Plan, as well Democrats in Congress, got passed, right? And got that out of the way and made sure that the economy got back on its feet. We passed historical pieces of legislation. I just talked about the insulin being capped at $35, right, for seniors. That's something that we were able to pass last year in the Inflation Reduction Act. It's going to lower costs for energy, going to continue to lower costs on healthcare. These are actions that the president did. This is what we talk about Bidenomics. This is it. This is what we were able to do in the first 2 years. And so the president has always said, even today, he'll probably say, right, he's going to always continue to look for ways to lower costs. What other ways that we can do to lower costs for the American people? That's what you're going to hear from him today. Another way to lower cost or give the American people an opportunity to make decisions on how to lower costs for their household. That's the hidden junk fees that we see, right? That's the role of the Competition Council. So the president has taken actions over and over again to deal with what Americans really care about, the economy, and he wants to continue to do that, continue to lower costs.